Here we go. Okay. So we go here. Okay, so let's go here. And why does it not want to work? Ah, there we go. Being a little slow. Okay. Hopefully my system doesn't creep crap the bug out. Okay. So there and there. I'm gonna refresh the chat. Do, 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 do. Okay, so let me go here. Go here. And go here. Kawa says hey on YouTube, so hey back. And let's go here to here. And Chubby Boy, you're back. You're always making me blush. Hi, Khalib. Hey, Jadarius, I see you. Okay, so first and foremost, did you notice something different tonight? Khalib says you were right. Liv did not come out to help Dom. Hey, Jadarius. Yeah, she didn't. I knew she did. She wouldn't. Like people were saying, oh, he should be coming. No. Okay. Make sure that's active. Okay. Chubby Boy says Night 2 was better. Night 2 was infinitely better. Shout out to JD McDonagh for taking those spots in the ladder match. Khalib says, do you see Oba beating Brock? I was hoping he would, but Brock was defeated and the ancestors were happy that Oba Femi beat Brock Lesnar. If you know, you know. Because you saw, if you were on the X, you saw Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods celebrating it. So if you know about all that. Claude says, I hope Dom calls her out about it tomorrow. Well, the little post show thing, he was saying like he was upset about it, and he wasn't really holding it against Judgment Day. He was just saying he's gonna go find Judgment Day until Kathy Kelly with her messy ass said that how does he react to Rhea's win? Like, why would you ask Dom about Rhea's win? Like, what the heck? And then then he go that's when he finally mentions Liv. It's because Kathy Kelly brought up Brandon. I'm wondering if that's by design. So go back on the X or on WWE social media, look for Dominik's reaction to his loss, because I'm wondering if that was for a point. Because Dom was not mentioning that I could tell Liv in that whole reaction, because he was just upset and mad, and he was saying that it was unfair for Adam Pearce to put him in that position, and then towards the end he said that he's going to go talk to the Judgment Day, and then only after that is when Kathy Kelly brings up Rhea, which makes Dom switch and talk about Liv. So I mean that's kind of expected. Like if you're gonna bring up your ex, you're gonna bring up your current ex. I mean your current not current ex, maybe in the near future, but you would bring up your current girlfriend. So that was just really really interesting here. Oh, is that Jackie Redman? I thought it was Kathy Kelly. Well, well, she's going into the Kathy Kelly like messiness department. Thank you for the correction on that, Senor. Senor says Raw doesn't have a world champion right now. Yeah, unless Roman Reigns is gonna go full time, we're not gonna see that title belt at all, and it's gonna be like Brock Lesnar, which sucks. Like the reason why that belt was created was because Roman Reigns had the other titles, and he wasn't showing up. Khalib says, I can see the group portraying Liv on Monday. I mean, it looks like it because, like, you see how everything went Liv's way. She had the help, she had everything, and she won, and then she's celebrating, and then here, flip it to Sunday, and JD was perfectly excused because he took he was taking nasty bumps. So he was in a ladder match. Like, I didn't expect JD to show up. And I really didn't expect Raquel and Roxanne to show up. It would have been nice, but the standard I always say is that Liv is the girlfriend. Liv should be showing up for that. Liv got him into that position, and she didn't show up. You can't excuse that away. Could Roxanne and Raquel could have popped up like they did for Liv? Yeah, but Liv is the girlfriend. But there's something else that was really exciting to me, and I'm going to see if y'all can figure out what I noticed at WrestleMania Night 2. So, let's go on and get started, shall we? Okay, so here we go. Dom needed help tonight when it mattered the most. And when it finally came down to it, no one came. So let's get the results out the way. Dominik Mysterio loses to Finn Bálor's Demon in a street fight. Now, we saw this announced like hours prior to WrestleMania. So it went because we saw Dom complaining to Adam Pearce about his match with the Demon. And then this is where Adam Pearce makes it a street fight. And then, Dom is even more screwed at this point. So it changed from a regular match to a street fight. So we had into the lead up that. And then we got the street fight. And I'm just gonna say before I see if y'all noticed anything that I noticed. But the street fight was good. It protected Dom. It wasn't a straight up squash. That's what I was worried about. But Dom was able to show aggression. He wasn't really running away. He was taking on Finn head on. He just couldn't overcome the Demon, and that's how it should go. So I have no quibbles about it. I don't like Dom losing, but it is what it is. It's the Demon, and it wasn't a straight up squash, and he was allowed to look strong. Like he was doing some nasty things, hit Finn straight up in the face with the chair, things like that, So, and he was taking his bumps too. So it was good for what it's worth. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty, shall we? What did y'all notice in Dom's entrance? Besides the awesome throne that he had and his his luchadors leading him out the way. What did y'all notice about Dom's entrance? What did you notice about his trons? And if you were guessing purple paisley, you were right. I had a little theory a little bit a while ago that when we saw Roxanne with that purple paisley, that Dom was shifting back to his original aesthetic. Like Dom started the purple paisley aesthetic. And it wasn't just purple, it was purple paisley. Like, you could see it all in his Tron, you could see it on the screens, he had a purple flag, it was straight up purple. So, how do we link this back to Roxanne? Because 2 weeks ago, Roxanne had the purple bandana. Now, at the time, people were saying like, oh, that could be anybody's purple bandana. But I was saying that's straight up Dom's aesthetic. That's how we saw Liv connect to Dom in 2024 because she had a purple bandana in her pocket. And people at the time were trying to ascribe this to like Finn and JD. But the bandana, have they worn it from time to time? Yeah, but it wasn't like they didn't make the purple bandana a whole part of their aesthetic. Dom made the purple bandana his aesthetic, and as soon as Liv came in, Judgment Day shifted from the purple to the black and white. Now we see now at WrestleMania, he's Tron, even though he's wearing white because that's King of the Luchadors and that's his shirt that they were working with there. But when he came out, he's wearing purple, and it's purple paisley. Also of note, if you noticed JD on Main Event about 2-3 weeks ago, his lighting in the arena was purple. Now I was trying to figure out if he's ever shifted from his purple to the black and white because he's always been like coming out as part of a group, so I couldn't really tell. But on Main Event, it was purple lighting. Now his Tron stays the same, but he had purple lighting, and I was like, But here now we got Dom with his paisley back. I wouldn't be surprised if he shifts back to that purple because that's his identity. Senor says JD used a red bandana. Yeah, he did use a red bandana, and I think that was mostly to fit with all the luchadors that were wearing for right now. It was kind of weird. They had that one back tie-in, so I think he was kind of fitting in there. But like his lighting, like 2-3 weeks ago, was purple. So that's the biggest clue that we saw is that purple shift. It wasn't white. It wasn't white and black. It was purple. And this purple will happen on the biggest stage of them all. You can't discount it. This happened at WrestleMania. WrestleMania reset. Like, when you want to kick off something, you're going to use WrestleMania, and that's not a mistake to use purple because that you know the planning that goes into those Trons and those screens. So that had been sitting on it for a while. And so for Dom to have the purple now and Roxanne to have the purple bandana 2-3 weeks ago, that shows something. Like, I don't care what people tell you. Because, like I said at the time, why would Roxanne use that particular color bandana when you could have been using like the white and black bandana like Raquel and JD use? Like JD will have a black and white one because he kind of matches this with Raquel bandana wise. So they use black and white. And for a little bit, Raquel was using the purple bandana, but it was like more like the Judgment Day branded bandana. So it wasn't really like the purple paisley bandana. There's the difference. Like there's a Judgment Day branded one, and then there's a Judgment Day branded one, and then there's Dom's what is this port? And then there's Dom's one. But yeah, so I mean that's your linkage right there. Also, as Maisha's pointed out, Roxanne posted Dom. She was watching Dom from the arena. It's on her stories if you want to check it on Instagram. Also on Instagram, go check Raquel and Roxanne because they were showing support for Dom. Now, let's shift all the way back over here to Liv. What did Liv post tonight? After Dom's match, all she posted was his entrance. And that's it. You remember when I had a problem with her not posting anything after his loss? Like she could post something. It's really weird. Like when Dom lost the Intercontinental the first time, she didn't post anything. When he lost it the second time, the Penta, now she wants to say something. But then now against the Demon Finn Bálor, something that she set up, she didn't have there's no comforting words, there's no sad emoji, there's no crying emoji, no give, you're still number one in my eyes, things that I would expect. Where is that? And I don't think she even posted anything on Instagram. I haven't gone back to look, but she wasn't doing anything on Instagram. She wasn't doing anything on the X. And that sticks out. And that's why I'm saying Liv is the girlfriend. Liv is the higher standard. Even if you think Dom might be messing around with Roxanne, Roxanne isn't in that girlfriend position yet. So she's going to be held to a lower standard, and Raquel to a lower standard than Liv. And then, as we see tonight, Liv didn't even show up. Like, Dom could take the time to show up yesterday to celebrate with her. And when it comes to Dom with the demon, she's nowhere to be found. Like, no effort there. And I don't really want to hear it. Well, no, the girl. We had Raquel and Roxanne do something at Survivor Series and Liv too. So why is you're gonna be making those excuses? I can just hear it now, because of course now people are saying, "Oh, you're off your rocker about Liv and Dom." Like, yeah, you got what you wanted the first night of WrestleMania, but now it's looking scary because Liv didn't show up. Cleve says, "Did Dom post Liv today?" I don't think so. It was mostly Liv posting her stuff. So Jacob says, "Were you going to say that you saw Roxanne was watching from the crowd?" She posted that on her Instagram, that she was pretty much watching from the crowd. Like, you see Dom on the big screen, and you can tell that she's in the crowd. Senior says, "I hope that means they bring back on the other side." I hope so too. If they can get that back from Alter Bridge, I'll be happy with it. But now that I've said all that, I'm gonna place a little bit of Breath of Fire 4, and I'm gonna let y'all stew on it and ask some questions. This is not gonna be a long one because I'm gonna be saving all this for tomorrow, but it's just kind of glaring here. Like, Liv got everything. Like, everything. She's got the support, she got everything in the title. Here comes Dom, and nothing. And this is like history repeating itself. When I was mentioning Rhea yesterday, this is what I mean. Like, it's history repeating itself. Like, everything goes to Liv, and then now here's Dom. Even though he's a mega champion, didn't get anything. Like, you're not getting like any kind of support from your girlfriend. No, emojis, none of that. But your sisters, quote unquote, Raquel and Roxanne, they were posting some support. Like, how is it that they can post something but not your girlfriend? You see what I mean? But anywho, I know people are gonna. I've already gotten multiple, like couple of comments like, "Oh, there's gonna be Liv Dom and they're gonna get kicked out." Okay, they're gonna get kicked out, and y'all been saying that since last year, but it ended up Finn being kicked out. Like I said, it was going to happen. Like, come on now. Or I'm off my rocker. I just eventually blocked them because I didn't like them anyway. So I'm off my rocker, but you're making posts about me. Like, if I'm that off my rocker, then ignore me, block me. It is what it is. But let's play some Breath of Fire. I think we're trying to find these kids, aren't we? Oop. Alright, let's go find these kids. Where did it go? Did I just get... Okay, I think I lost... I made my TikTok working. Yeah, it looks like it kicked me off. So let me see if I can... bring y'all back. So hold on. Okay, let's see. I think it revoked my access. Well, okay, I'm approved there, so let's go. Alright, so let me go down here, here. Just one moment, because it looks like everything just crapped out on me TikTok-wise. Okay, while that's going up, let me play a little bit. If I can play a little bit. Okay, so okay, so Cleve says, since Liv won and everyone lost, what does this mean for her on Raw? I think she's, like I said, I think she's going for a hard fall. Okay, so Cleve says, does this mean that she's going babyface by getting turned on by the group tomorrow and for having a hall brawl? That's what I'm thinking, because she's already got everything. Like, she's gotten everything, everybody supported her, and then, when it push comes to shove, she's not supporting Dom. Let's see if I can find these stupid kids. Alright, let me see if I can get TikTok going. smacking away over there? I was like, who's smacking away over there? Somebody. Yes, I'm still on my line. Hmm? Nah, I don't want the chocolate covered strawberry. Okay, now I'm back. Hopefully my CPU holds, cause baby. Whew. Okay, so okay, so here, back. I'm gonna pause on. Okay, I move that. Okay, so I'm gonna go here and here. All right. Yeah, I think Streamlabs like kicked me off. That was really weird. So I'm gonna be running this. If I'm slow, I'm really slow, so I apologize. Yeah, 666 says Dominik Mysterio. Yes. Hey JJ. You know, some people don't like Rhea winning. Yes, I know there's a high computer load because I have to run like two different things. Okay, so go here. Jacob says, "How do I feel about Roman winning?" I don't like it because he says he's full time, but like that belt was designed so other people could have the belt. So uh TGJC, I'm in a bad mood and I'm not gonna stick around. Dom and Jay didn't really ruin my night. Yeah, I can get that because Jay really shouldn't have had to lose. Dom, I expected, and I'm just glad it's not a squash. Um, TJC says, I knew it was going to happen, but seeing it really messed me up. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you knew it was going to happen. You just don't want it to happen. But it happened. But at least he got a nice throne entrance. That's the least I could say. Um, let's see. On YouTube, Manzi says Judgment Day must break now so Dom, Raquel, and Roxanne to go to AAA. And tired of Hunter booking now how he's booking Dom, Raquel, and Roxanne. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, if you're going to be doing a power couple and if you're going to be doing this with like the faction stuff, then it shouldn't be this unequal. This is my problem. This is what happened with Bria because um everything was just it's just everything is just so stacked for Liv. Like she's getting the videos, she's getting the videos, press, movie, all this, and then here Raquel, Roxanne, and Dom who are holding it down, and then Dom is pretty much the one glue has the glue that's holding everything together, and you're you know they're basically left with scraps. I really don't like what they've done to Raquel, especially y'all know that Dom's my ride or die, but I really don't like what happened with Raquel. Like she was doing fine, she could have at least won the title for a little bit before it shifted to Liv. You know what I mean? Jacob says, "How long do you think the feud between Dom and Finn will be?" See, the way they did it with the demon is finished. The only history we got was from Michael Cole tonight saying that Dom was the errand boy for the Judgment Day. And that's like the only bit of lore that we got. And then other than that, it was just Michael Cole saying how Dom doesn't respect his elders. Like, why should he respect his elders? See, that's that thing that I don't like. Like, Dom is expected to do this, or like in kayfabe like this, and then when he like rebels against it, then he's the ass. You know what I mean? But we only got one little bit of lore, which was that Dom was the errand boy, which was right. When he first joined Judgment Day, that's what he was. He was the meat shield. He was the one that softened up the opponents for Damien and for Finn. And while it was cute for a little bit, after a while it just grates on you. Caleb says, "How would you feel about Liv getting kicked out of the group tomorrow?" I just want them to do something. Something major needs to happen. Something has to give. You can't just keep doing this split where, and again, this social media activity proves that the people are trying to excuse it. Well, Dom doesn't have anybody to. He's not on social media all the time. Okay, well, fine, but why is he posting at 2 a.m.? If he has a social media team, you would think he would, the team would be a little bit more on the ball. And I'm not expecting Dom to post to the second on things, and I wouldn't expect him to post everything that Liv did. But on certain things, you expect him to do it at least within an hour, and he wasn't doing that for a while. He picked up yesterday, but then it fell back off again. And then now here with Liv, she only posted one thing, and that was Dom's entrance. And that was a repost of what the WWE posted. So it's that kind of thing. Jacob, do you think we'll get a rematch between Liv and Stephanie? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think I want to put Stephanie through that again. Manzi says, "I was hoping Roxanne to show up yesterday since her loyalty is focused on Dom." Yeah, I was hoping somebody showed up. Like somebody, maybe we get the new member of Judgment Day tomorrow or something. But I was hoping somebody would show up, but as it stands now, I'm fine with nobody showing up because that really just shows that Liv ain't there for her man. You got him into position. See, this is the thing. She got him into this position. If you're the one that was saying that this is your, you masterminded all this, then you're the one that put Dom in this position to face Finn, and you're also the one who put Dom in this position to face the demon. Like, nobody brings that up. all you hear is like, oh, it's just Liv and Dom forever. I'm like, okay, but after a while, you're gonna get Dom to be like, okay, look, I've been put in this position by you. And it's not like an accidental thing. It's not like Liv was shooting off at the mouth and then got Dom into this position like accidentally. She said she planned it. And now, with the way Roxanne is acting now, then you can tell that Roxanne was on to her shit when Liv was trying to talk to her privately 2 weeks ago before Stephanie attacked Liv. Also, with Dom trying to um, get after, trying to convince Adam Pierce, where was Liv in that? You remember when JD was the one trying to convince Adam about Dom's rematch for the Intercontinental title? And I was like, okay, where's Liv? Why is she arguing? Here's the same thing happening now. She wasn't arguing with Adam Pierce with Dom about the demon. It was Dom by himself. So that's what so that's the thing. Like, when is it going to come around? Like, okay, when is it going to be? If you're going to be saying you're a Papa Culpro and you're to the end, like, your actions aren't reflecting what you're saying, and I'm holding you accountable for that. Manzi says SummerSlam will show us how the Judgment Day faction is going. Like, I think by that point, somebody else is going to get ejected. Jacob said, "Who do you think will be next challenger? As long as it's not Raquel, I don't care. I don't want Raquel to be first challenger. I don't really want Roxanne to be first challenger. Let that be somebody else." Let's see. Okay, let me see if I can find this. I'm gonna save. Alright. I gotta figure out where all these kids are at, but Jacob said, "What do you think of Rhea winning the title?" I think they did Jade dirty. Like, Jade should have won that. Like, what's the point? I guess now they can keep Liv and Rhea separated, which is good. She can go to SmackDown. I don't really watch or pay attention to SmackDown anyway. So, okay, but there she goes with just them always having another her always being around the title. Um, Manzi said, "For now, I want Dom and Roxanne to go to AAA and Lola and Mr. Iguana." Well, Dom's not going to be in the AAA because he's going to lose that title to El Grande Americano. So there's no point for him circling around it any longer than that. I don't think he's going to be there like in the summer or not as frequently. Um, Lynn Matteo says, "So are we going to get Seth and Roman at some point down the line? Because remember, Seth Rollins thankfully never lost the world title. I mean, they can if they want to rerun that one again." Uh, the head of trivia said, "Nah, I prefer JD and Raquel going after the mixed title." See, yeah, see, if they want to do something like that, JD and Raquel, I wouldn't mind that. Like, I think Dom is above a mixed title. That's why I don't want him to go for a mixed title. No, it's not because of Liv. It's just because I think he's above that right now. Let the mixed title be for somebody that needs like boosting in another title belt, and that would be nice for if they're not going to give Raquel any kind of title. That'll be nice for Raquel and JD. And JD can mix it up down there. Um, Go after the Latin American Championship after El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. That is something I could see. Manzi says, "I think JC Jane will join Judgment Day since is joining the main roster or Jordan Grace." Now, they need a guy. They already got enough women. If Liv exits, then that leaves two women, two guys, and I think they need another guy. I don't think JC Jane needs to join Judgment Day. Especially if they're gonna pull up like the whole fatal influence or whatever that their name was, whatever they are. Like if they're gonna pull everybody up, then they don't need. She doesn't need Judgment Day on that. I think she probably needs to go to SmackDown actually. Bolster the mid card scene. So, oh, now she wants to post something. Always a winner in my eyes. It's like, dude, it's like 2, 3 hours after the fact. See, now she wants to post. Manzi says the Undertaker will not let Dom lose the AAA championship. He will if, with how he's booking El Grande Americano. Just because Dom is popular with him doesn't mean he won't make the decision and have Dom lose it. And Dom's already had that title for a while. So it'll be there's at this point it'll be okay for Dom to drop it because he's had it since last year. And I do what? And oh, TJC says, "Now I'm back to really what upset me about the girls not being there all the times he helped him win." Well, he's helped Liv a lot. He helped Raquel. Well, he helped Raquel too, but Roxanne hasn't really been helped all that much, like one time. So he wasn't like he's helped them, but your point still stands. Like Liv should have been out there. And TGC said one of them could have sprayed Finn with fire extinguisher and mates. Yeah, I mean, they could have worked them in if they wanted to. Manzi, I don't think they're going to have a draft. They've been against having a draft. Let's see. Royce Keys, will not join since he won the Andre the Giant competition. I was like, I just mentioned him as a possibility. Like, KJ said, I wouldn't mind the Dom losing if the girls tried, but they didn't show up at all. Not even a backstage hug. Yeah, that's that point. Like, nobody showed up. Leah said, honestly, Liv Morgan keep the song Trouble. The song is better. If you say so. I think that's just, song is just out of tune today. Manzi says, I think someone from NXT might join. I wanted Tony D'Angelo, but I never get nice things. And he's the champion, so. TJ says, what if Phil, JD, and Dom are going to the tag division? I really don't think so. That's already. I don't think they're going to loop them back. JD was getting his props from Michael Cole of all people, so I don't think they're going to shuffle them back to tag. They did it with Jay. Well, Jay fell off hard, like super hard, like with wrestling wise and things like that. Jay is different from Dom, so I'm just gonna say I'll believe it when I see it. Like if he gets to the tag, oh well, but I don't think they're shuffling him back to the tag right now. Oh look, it's Marcus Phoenix. I haven't seen you in a while. Let's see. Let's see. I'm thinking no interference. Are you talking about Roman? Okay. Manzi said I thought Hunter right now might let Dom use his new song. I mean, I don't think they want to shift him from that song. GJ said, I don't trust them. They might try to put the NXT belt on at one point. I mean, it's the WWE, so it is what it is. TJC Dom doesn't need new music. I really don't want to switch it to something where it just falls flat. Like his theme is already recognizable, and I don't want them to switch that up if it's just gonna fall off hard. And what Susio Dom TJC? I mean, they could, but like I said, I don't want them to switch and then it falls flat, even if it is a good song. Um, Nancy says, I think they are going to Dom Rocks at this point. I mean, there's clues. Whether it amounts to something or not, I mean, that's what we're seeing. Like, Roxanne popped up with Purple way before we saw this WrestleMania stage. So, and like I said, Liv posted like something 3 hours after the fact. Like I talk about how Dawn will post way after the fact. There's Liv posting 3 hours after the fact, and then it's not like she was doing anything. And why would you repost Dom's entrance when you could have posted that like right after he lost? Like that doesn't make sense. And it was a WrestleMania, and it was a WWE repost of that as that. So that's weird. GJC, my question is, what's next for Finn? Roman, Cody, Penta, Trick, maybe Penta, maybe Roman. It could be Roman. Maybe he gets that, try to avenge that, like after he fell off the top rope because God struck down the top rope. I don't know. Jacob says, "What's next for JD and Dom?" I don't know. Something I think something major has to happen on Raw because unless they go out there and just beat up Finn, which I wouldn't get why they would beat up Finn. I mean, he has no direction. See, that's the thing. There's no feud set up. There's no feud set up for JD. There's no feud set up for Dom. You could consider there being a feud for Dom if they had it regular, like if he was facing regular Finn Balor, but he faced a demon. So I'm not sure where that feud can continue, and they just left a lot of history on the table. So there's nothing there. There's no other feud set up. The only other feud Dom could probably slot to was CM Punk, but he might be injured, and he might not be around. So there's no other feud. The other feud Dom has is in AAA, but they're not going to do really bring that up on WWE like they should do um, for that feud. So um, Nancy says last year we had La Familia, but Hunter ruined it. I hope Dom at this point leads Judgment Day. I don't think they will because Triple H likes his factions. So he's probably going to stick around for a while. They're just already calling him the de facto leader, so he's probably going to stick around for a while, at least for another maybe year. But I don't think Judgment Day really collapses. It's going to be like Bullet Club. Let's see. I wonder if I can find these kids. Hide and seek. Breath of Fire 4. Okay, let me see if I can see how many. I don't know how many kids I found. So, let's go see. Okay. How many kids do I have? Okay. I don't know where that is. Um. The tag division's already dead. Like, there's no point in holding it to the tag team. So, TJC's none of the leaders ever beat the person they kick out, unless you count Dom, Penny, Daniel. Yeah, that's true too. Jacob said, "What about a feud with Dom and Roman in the future, summer or not. I mean, maybe. Kevin says, "Give me one night, WrestleMania only 4 hours." Now, I'd rather have it too, and just have even with the short matches. I'd rather have it more people having an opportunity to get on WrestleMania. Um, Manzi says, "What about Dom and Roxanne versus CM Punk and AJ Lee?" Well, AJ Lee looks like she's leaving for a while, so that's not going to happen for a while. Mandy says Roxanne must choose between them and Liv because at this point she confused. Maybe. And then Mandy says, "I saw Liv post on Instagram where she posted something about Judgment Day." I was like, yeah, now. Like it took Liv 3 hours to post something about Dom. 3. Like when she could have took that initial post talking about Dom's entrance, she could have posted it there. She waits 3 hours. See, now we're flipping it. At first with Dom not really posting anything timely, and now it's Liv. David said, "What other than Dom and Roman? What is there to Dom to do?" I don't know. That's the thing. He has no fuse. This is always what sucks with Dom. Like they never set up any kind of fuse that could come up for him. Like we had, even with Penta, even though Penta keeps poking at him, like even with Penta, that's nuts and really circle around. The only forever feud that I've seen is Dragon Lee, but Dragon Lee doesn't really have anything, and so it's just like he's treading water. I don't know what he's going to do. Let's see. Man, he said, "What? Who is Dom's next opponent?" I don't know. Really don't. That's the conundrum. That's always what happens. Like we don't know. And I think I'm gonna finish it here. Like we will have to see what happens tomorrow for Judgment Day. Just think of it this way: Raquel and Roxanne posted support way before Liv did. Like she took 3 hours. Raquel and Roxanne did theirs pretty much immediately. So there's that time thing again. Jacob, do you think we get a Liv celebration for a title win tomorrow? I kind of hope we don't. I really don't want to see it because we never did get that for Dom. We never got a celebration for Dom winning Intercontinental, and we never really got a celebration for him winning Mega. We kind of got a celebration for Dom winning Mega, but Finn was being a demented demon and spilled champagne all over the chicken nuggets. So no, I'd rather not see her have a title celebration because Dom never got a celebration. Like I never got a mariachi band for Dom. Like we could have at least gotten that, but we never did get that. He was always in. He was backstage, and then he had the like when he won the Intercontinental, he was backstage, and then he had a match which brought back JD McDonagh, and then when he won Mega, he couldn't. He had a backstage celebration, with champagne pouring all over his chicken titties. So TJC says, if anything, I want 78 to attack Liv again. I know I'm being a banger. Well, I could, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I kind of don't want Stephanie to lose again, but if Stephanie wanted to like attack somebody, I wouldn't mind it. But I don't want Liv to have a celebration because look, she's already gotten a whole bunch of stuff. Like nobody else has gotten that. Like I said, Dom was a double champ and didn't get any kind of like public celebration. So if I'm going to be a little bitter about that, yeah, because he could have at least had a celebration. He could have had it when he won Intercontinental. He could have had that when he won the Mega Championship. And when he won the Intercontinental Championship the second time, we could have had him have a celebration then, but then we got Liv slapping Dom for the second time. So nothing was ever like a positive celebration where you could be setting up another feud for Dom. So, man, she says, I don't really want to watch Mom because of Liv, but hopefully Raquel betrays her because I see the way you too. Like, I just want something major. Like, something needs to shift with the storyline. Like, you can't keep dropping all this little stuff and then nothing advance forward. Like, we've already dealt with this for 2 years at this point. Now, I know Triple H is going to Triple H, but, like, it needs to advance forward. TJC says honestly, I would rather Dom ghost them or only talk to Roxanne. Yeah, like something like that. Like something needs to move forward in that way. Jacob, I don't know what they're going to do with with Judgment Day after WrestleMania. Hopefully, like I said, the only thing we can hope for is just something major happening, something shifting. I don't know. Like something needs to shift. Um, um, well, JD, I don't know. Hopefully he goes for the Intercontinental. Like I wouldn't mind him going after Penta. Okay, so I think that's it. Like I said, we will have to see what happens. Mansion says nobody really cares about the JD feud anymore. DJ says at this point, keep Dom on AAA. The Undertaker will know what to do. Yeah, he might, but still, like I said, I think Tom's time in AAA is running down. And even if he is in AAA, that means he's just gonna be gone off of WWE TV, and they only tape shows like once every couple of months. So that's still not a solution, even with the Undertaker knowing how to book Dom. Nancy said, now I know why some people want Vince McMahon back. And I'm saying people are looking through rose colored glasses with Vince McMahon. If anybody survived the 2018 or 2017 to 2019 Vince McMahon, then you know that that period was horrible and you could not get through it. You do not want Vince McMahon back as the booker. Triple H is bad. Vince McMahon was horrible. You do not want you do not want Vince McMahon back as the booker. Nobody would be good. Nobody's booking would be good. We will see repeat after repeat. We will be hearing scripts being torn up like 2 hours before Raw even started. It was a mess. You don't want Vince McMahon back. But yeah, let's see. Okay. Jacob said Judgment Day would be worse under Vince. Yeah, that I believe. Like I think everything would be worse unless you're like the top guy with his vision of booking. Then everything else would go crap. And I know people are saying Dom needs to remain in AAA, but I don't think that's going to work. You don't. It's not going to work. We're just going to have to bite the bullet on that. As she says, somebody saying Roxanne was holding hands, but I don't see that. There was a picture of them hugging. I have that. They were hugging, but they haven't held hands. My friend said that it looked like Roxanne wanted to, but she stopped herself. So it wasn't like she was actually holding the hands. Like she went for it, kind of just going for it, but then she stopped herself. Like she remembered where she was. But yeah. Okay, so we have to see what happens on Monday. Hopefully, we get something started. We need new feuds, something with the storyline, something. Like, that needs to shift. Like, and also with that, I don't want Stephanie just coming out and attacking, like, Raquel and Roxanne and using them as fodder. So I don't want like Stephanie like trying to get after Liv and then here comes Liv throwing Raquel and Roxanne at Stephanie. I don't want that. Like they don't need to be losing to Stephanie again, and Raquel especially. Like Raquel shouldn't be losing to Stephanie again. Like she's already been through enough losses. And Roxanne, I don't want her losing either because she just got back. No. Like if Stephanie wants to just go straight after Liv, let them just go straight. Let her just go straight after Liv, and they can start doing something. I don't know. Manti said, I think something major is happening this on Raw this Monday. Yeah, hopefully it does. Be prepared to be disappointed, but hopefully something major happens. And that's it. Like I said, I'll talk to you on Monday. We'll see what things go on. But for now, we got some confirmation on colors and things like that, and I'll just take it like it is. And I'm taking that as a victory lap. So, yep, Dom lost, but we needed a little bit more there. Stinky JC says Stephanie requests a fatal four with all the Judgment Day girlies, and Dom accidentally held Roxanne. Like we could do that accidentally on purpose thing. I wouldn't mind that. But yeah. Alrighty, so I think it's time to Vamoose. We'll see what leads us into Backlash. Backlash is in what, 3 weeks now? 2 weeks now? So that would be interesting. Like, do a fatal four. Yeah, if you actually TJC, that's actually an interesting idea. Have Dom help Roxanne accidentally on purpose, like a fatal four way, maybe number one contendership, and go from there. That actually might work. Manzi said let Dom retire Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio was bounced doing his original 2000 and what 6-4 entrance where he pops out of the stage. That man is gonna get stem cells for life. That man is not retiring anytime soon. Everybody else is retiring but him. But yeah. TJC says Stephanie's take a booking over her shoulder. She wants all the smoke and will take all of them on herself. Yeah, I mean, she could do that too. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's 11. Yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully, we get something on wrong. And we'll get stuff. Hopefully, it's good stuff, but I'm prepared to be like, But until next time, I'm gonna bid y'all all adieu now. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now. Huh? Who? Fitness test. Can you jog and stuff?
We'll have to like for each lap.
Concert. It's a concert flute. Mom, it's a Yamaha 312 concert flute for $400.
Oh,
Or you don't.
What concert? What flute do you need? Does,
You need a concert flute, right?
Yeah, concert flute.
That's the one with the extra key.
oh,
But
okay.
This one is probably almost the same as the one.
Mhm.
Was it 8 something, right? Or was it a 9 something? Remember the one that you had? The one that they let you borrow?
It was like a 4.
Was it? I know. Oh wait, it's one of these right here, huh? It's a 481,
Yeah, 4.
which is this one right here. This one is a little bit more expensive. It's $600.
Hmm.
But then those are like what, $4 grand
Yeah.
or $7 grand
Yeah.
over at that flute store,
Uh-huh.
brand new.
And that's used right there.
And this one's used right here. It will need to be serviced because her daughter used it in a band and it served her very well. How you can tell it's a super nice one is it has that what, cloth case and a regular case.
Yeah.
That might be something.
Beginner C flute.
Yeah. Seafood.
A Jean Paul. A Jean Paul. Super bougie.
Hmm?
Caitlin, let me see. Bring the Jean Paul. Okay.
Yeah, the seafood.
What is Oh, Caitlin, bring the Jean Paul, okay? You want to hear something? Okay. Caitlin. That's all you're going to do. And Caitlin's going to bring the Jean Paul.
Everything.
Like it's
The pacer test. How many laps did you do, Carissa?
That's alright. It was one I saw. It was like made in Japan.
That's cool.
It was solid silver.
Yeah, my goal is to get at least 25. At least 25. I got 19 last year.
drinking electrolytes right now, but
I'll do that.
it's already too late, bro.
Yeah.
You should have been drinking it all day today.
Oh.
But
I'll drink it. I'll drink it before that tomorrow.
Caitlin,
What?
why did I get the pacer like earlier?
I don't know.
oh, excuse me.
I'm good at the pull-ups though.
Don't push, Mom. Don't push it.
What? Yeah, I'm good at the pull-ups, and then you have to like reach over or something. I don't know. Can I risk? Do you think I can do a push-up? One push-up?
Yeah.
Riz, don't be laughing at sis.
You can do it, Caitlin.
I can't push myself up.
Yes, you can. Use your muscles.
I can't do one push-up.
You have.
I can't do one push-up. I have never been able to do one push-up. I skipped arm day.
Ugh. I think I did like 3 push-ups.
Riz, you didn't even do one, bro.
I did.
I can't do a push-up.
Yes, you can.
Hiccups are not push-ups, Riz.
What?
A hiccup is not a push-up.
Yes,
Oh no, Riz, don't be mean to me. I'm just trying to joke around with you, bro.
Caitlin, you gotta use your muscles.
Muscles.
Your hands have to make a 30-degree angle.
3-degree angle.
Like what? Like what?
Kind of like this, I guess.
Bro, a 3-degree angle is like super sharp. It's like almost together.
Yes.
That's why I can't do it. My arms are too skinny.
Oh no.
My eyes aren't, so I can do a push-up.
Okay, do a push-up.
Ready?
That is not a push-up.
I think. You have thicker arms, I think.
Then the pull-ups I can do. Not the pull-ups. Are they called pull-ups?
The curls.
And you have to like touch a button.
Like this.
Can
like this?
What? Yeah. I hate myself.
We did that. 3. Why are the stuff you're doing is what I did for the pacer?
Yeah, I guess. They like also weighed you or something. And for some
I
reason I
did
was
that.
last. And for some reason 1 year I was last for the weigh-in.
I did that.
But they don't do it at high school.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, they. Oh yeah, you have to like know your weight. You have to know your height. I'm 5'3" and 3. I'm 5'3" and like 3/4. Caitlin, you were not 5'3" and 3/4.
How tall am I?
You're like 4'11", bro.
Hey,
You're like 4'8", bro.
Caitlin.
You like 4 feet.
Caitlin.
You like 2 feet tall.
Caitlin.
What?
When we're playing a
Bro, check out
game,
this Matsumura Japanese flute. Look.
Caitlin.
What?
Oh, it's a Muramatsu.
What? What, Riz?
At recess.
Muramatsu flute, hand built.
At recess, what?
At recess.
This
some
is
of
a
my
solid
friends
silver.
Played this game.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my friends
In Japan, bro.
played a game. I don't know. But
Would you bang that against the wall?
No.
I would.
Mom,
Huh?
this girl over here is acting all somehow and
Why are
everything.
you acting all somehow and everything?
This is a pearl. This is the one I was telling you
Caitlin.
about. This one is handmade.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin.
What?
It's a rare Japan professional
And
student.
then
But you see, look, it has the
when
advanced
I
keys.
want a new place skate, I said
Yeah,
not.
that looks cool.
I said not
Mom,
everyone
Caitlin is not
should.
interested.
Riz is talking while I'm talking. What, Riz?
At recess, like quite like a few months ago, at recess, some of my friends played this game, and then it was about monsters, and like so we're gonna had to go a new place skate, and then when it was my turn, someone I forgot their name when when she was gonna play skate, I said not everyone's short because she was shorter than me.
No.
So
Even though
why
she's
can't
9.
I go? So Riz basically this girl said, why can't I go under the play skate? And it said, well, because not everyone's short. How no? Like,
No,
how do you?
Kayla, I said that.
Hold on, no, hold on. Let me say that again. So she asked you why? How can you go under the play skate? And you told her, because not everybody's short.
No, it went like she went under the play skate. Then I wasn't short enough to go under, so I kind of had to crouch while crouching.
No, I can't do it. I don't know how you can hold your body at such. My arms are skinny, but I'm not. Well, I'm actually kind of scared for the fitness gram actually.
Why are you scared?
Because I'm scared I won't do good. Like I'll probably pass on the 10th lap or something. I'll be like coughing all fitness.
Caitlin,
What?
when you're running, just focus on the chicken nugget.
I'm not chicken nugget dance.
Huh?
Basically,
This is not chicken nuggets.
yeah.
Chicken nugget dance.
Riz, don't be calling Caitlin chicken nuggets.
What's wrong with chicken nugget?
Yeah, but the goal, the thing is to basically.
The chicken nugget dance. Okay, look.
Hmm?
The chicken nugget dance.
Yeah.
Chris is farting.
That wasn't me. That was the air. I didn't fart. The air made a fart noise.
Mom, these girls, do they have any clothes?
They should. I have some in this basket down here. I need to take it upstairs. Chris, you probably need to put your clip on and stuff, bro.
Okay.
Mom, can you rub feet?
Yeah.
If you don't want to, it's okay, Mom.
Mom,
Hmm?
right that tendon that goes from the toe area straight to the back of the heel. Right. Oh, go to the edge a little bit. Other side. Don't wrist.
Right here.
Right. Right. Go to the middle a little bit. Go down. Go over to towards your wrist a little bit. Right there. You feel it?
Mm-hmm.
You feel that tendon?
Yeah.
Why are you looking like you're all hurt? It's not even hurt. It's not. Don't fall asleep, bro. Oh man. Just go up and go to sleep.
Right here.
Feel it right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that hurts, man. I mean, it doesn't really hurt. It
It's
just
like
it just has that
irritating.
like sore. If you go over it, it feels like it's sore. Why is he dozing off? Am I a bad
How it feels after you drive 2 hours after you're 40. It's hard getting out the
It is hard, man.
Wait,
Wow.
what?
Getting out of the car after you drive a long ways, it's hard, man. Oh. just camping right there, man. Team is trash, bro. Wow, look. Wow, what a cheater, bro. God. FR, what does that mean? For real? Are you standing over there by the thing? Can you come over to this side and with this? Up here. Up here. Yeah. But it's okay. You're watching right now.
What are you doing? Stop it.
I'm gonna go upstairs now. I'm tired. prices should be coming down, huh?
You think?
If it comes down, then it would be okay for the market. But now it's like
Mm-hmm.
they're not coming down. People are using Toyota's Zero W20 for their low emissions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now Toyota has a hidden release for certain types of driving conditions
Mm-hmm.
that everybody should be going to 5W30
Well, I got a 5W30.
because 5W30 is thicker.
Mm-hmm.
0W20 is too thin. It's like water.
Oh, okay.
Wait, let me see this. Let me see. See. What is this? Does it hurt? No?
See is a foot.
Huh?
I said all you see is a foot.
All you see is hoofs.
Oh, let me see. Is it like a darkish red?
I don't know. I didn't know what Dad saw on your foot.
It was like a dart, like a dot or something. Like a smudge mark.
Let me see. It's just some dirt. That I can't remove for some reason.
Wow. pull up on, man. Don't forget.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Everything.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Oh, and give me a kiss. Ooh, Mom, I got a kiss, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Did you give Catherine her medicine?
Can't do anything. What did Rachel say?
Huh?
What did Rachel say?
Huh?
Rachel.
Who?
Rachel. You said she was texting you.
You want to answer? Go ahead.
What?
Nothing. I just hit the spot. She's talking about walking and pushing yourself and stuff.
No, okay.
kids at, Caitlin?
I don't know. Where's the kid? Somebody's still walking around up there.
Huh?
Somebody's still walking around up there. Catherine!
Catherine, you okay, sweetie?
Yeah.
Come down.
What happened? Are you okay? Huh? What happened? Are you okay? Oh no, give mom a hug, man.
Give me
Ew.
Go get your medicine. Come over
Okay,
there.
look at the medicine right there. You silly. Marty.
Marty.
Yeah, it's just Marty. Hey man, ew. Your dad felt baby.
Yeah. I'm not coming.
Step back over there for me. You got your clothes ready for Brian
Yeah.
Kyler?
okay? I'm gonna go upstairs. Do you need me to do anything? No. Why do I gotta do the basket, man? Wow. Always gotta do all this stuff, bro. Mom, is this mixed with dirty clothes, bro? Huh? Those are all clean? Oh, some of them smell sus. How you smell it? And stuff. Chris, Patrick, you okay? Did Riz